This is meant to replace your tripod. This is what they call a friction-based tripod. It's supposed to be lightning fast to set up, easy to move around, quick to tear down. And as a content creator, those are three things that are huge. Because a normal tripod, you gotta set up each leg and position it and then put yourself in front of the camera. It can be cumbersome, it's a barrier, it's a sticky point in the whole process. This, however, looks awesome. It's a completely different form factor than what we're used to, and I wanna get into it. I wanna put it through its paces. I want you to come along with me, because I think we'll all learn something. That was kind of sinister, wasn't it? Yeah. Bob Ross practiced what he called wet on wet painting. It's a technique where basically the paint constantly stays wet and it allows you to put together a painting really fast. And I think that's what this is trying to do. I think it's trying to keep the paint wet. And by wet, I think it's trying to keep your shoot fluid. Edelkrone did not sponsor this video or send me this product. I purchased it with my own money, so my opinions are my own. Throughout the video, I refer to this product as Flex Stand. This product is actually called StandPLUS Pro. The biggest thing that the Flex Stand promises compared to a tripod is speed. So apples to apples, this tripod right here is a Manfrotto. It's pretty light. It's about the same weight and holds about the same weight as the Flex Stand right here. We're gonna have both Joshes come out and set them up and we'll see which one's faster. So as you can see, the Flex Stand was the clear winner. However, it's important to keep in mind that there are a few things that a tripod will give you that a Flex Stand just won't. For instance, a tripod with a semi-fluid head like this one, you can get basically any shot you would like. You can get pan, tilt, and that can add a lot of dynamic movement to a shot for B-roll, or if you're following some type of action. If you need a static shot, you can just lock it down and now it's not gonna move. Whereas the Flex Stand, the only thing it can do, a shot, static, that's set. Now you can set a slightly tilted down shot, slightly tilted up shot. You can move the whole thing to the left or right, but in terms of the camera moving independent from the actual stand itself, you can't do that. Could you add, say, a fluid head or tripod head to this? I think you could. However, you're gonna add weight. If you're leaning forward or you're getting a shot that's leaning forward, it might tilt forward. So what we have here is the footprint of the tripod. It's about 3 feet to make the triangle. You might look at that Flex Stand at first glance and be like, you know what, I think the Flex Stand is bigger. You can see that it is the same size in terms of a footprint goes. It's just the inverse. And that's gonna lead to some different issues and questions, particularly say if you're setting up near a table or near a chair. The other thing too is these legs on a tripod can move independent of one another. Whereas the Flex Stand, static set, you can't move these feet independent like you could on a tripod. We have to keep in mind one thing. I am a video professional. I can fully focus behind the camera about what's in front of the camera, if that makes sense, right? Whereas if I'm a content creator, which I am right now, the Flex Stand itself may make more sense. If you think about what a content creator does, you're just setting up the shot, static, you're walking around to the front of it to film the shot. So let's go ask my wife, the not video professional in the household, and have her use this in place of her tripod, and let's see how she feels about utilizing it. Hey, Katie.
Yeah.
Could you use this and make a video, please?
Sure.
Great.
Well, it was much easier to set up for me. It only took seconds. It was easy to put the camera on too. Like, it was just one thing to screw in. I didn't have to worry about securing it to a plate and then securing that plate to the tripod. So being able to minimize the friction of setup is really beneficial. I suppose if I was behind the camera and just shooting, I might miss being able to like pan the camera. This is the Pro version and it is slightly under $500. So if you're just getting started, I would definitely start with a lower cost tripod, but we'll see how much Josh and I end up using it going forward, whether it becomes our go-to stand or whether we end up preferring traditional tripods more.
All right, so let's do some final thoughts here. My battery's about to die. Round 2. Everyone deserves second chances. All right, the Flex Stand, the only benefit that this gives you, and it gives it to you at the sacrifice of a fluid head, what it gives you in return is a very fast, very elegant, very quick setup. If you have a lot of static shots and you have a large variety of setups that you have to do, like maybe you film throughout your house, maybe you do crafts, maybe you do cooking, maybe you do woodworking in a shop, your shots are static, but you have a variety of different sets that you like to go to usually, then this perhaps makes sense for you. Do I think it's worth the $490 price tag for the Plus? No. I would say if you go for this at all, I would go for the $290 version. My concern with this thing is it's a solution in search of a problem. If a tripod takes you 3 minutes to set up, but you have 2 hours of shooting ahead of you, do you really care if this Flex Stand Plus is going to save you 90 seconds on the initial setup? However, moving between different setups, right, like constantly, then I think that starts to add up. Maybe you end up saving yourself, you know, like 10 to 15 minutes a shoot. Add that up over the course of a year and you've maybe you saved yourself like a day or two. Just be very conscious of what you're getting here and the limitations that it's going to have. That's all I got today, guys. Show some appreciation down below. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Throughout the video, I refer to this product as Flex Stand, probably because this seems like a larger version of Edelkrone's other product called Flex Tilt. This product is actually called StandPLUS Pro.